persistent hip pain, backaches, or even sciatica? Well, you're not alone. Your situation is not hopeless. In this video, you'll uncover the key to relieving cramps, fatigue, and joint pain. Hint, it may be hiding in your kitchen pantry right now. You'll also learn how to eliminate pain in just 20 seconds a day with this ancient foot vinegar. 17,348 people swear by this. They've used this vinegar to eliminate toxins from your body causing persistent hip pain, backaches, and sciatica pain. So stay tuned. The next few minutes could change your life for the better. Here's a simple way to tell if your body is full of poisons that are causing you aches and pains. According to Dr. Brian Havoc, you have poisons and toxins in your body if you have 2 or more of the following: daily aches and pains, reduced energy levels, weight gain, digestive problems, memory loss, skin sensitivity, sleep problems. If you have 2 or more of these symptoms, chances are that right now you have deadly toxins in your body, which are causing your aches and pains and sleeping difficulties. If you're over 50, watch this short video closely, and in the next few minutes you'll discover the ancient Japanese secret that offers fast relief by vacuuming poisons out of your body in 15 minutes. Find out what Harvard University and the Mayo Clinic have to say, and how this simple home remedy has worked for over 58,400 former pain sufferers. This is an actual iPhone photo I took of the pain-causing toxins that were vacuumed out of my body. The dark spots and patches come from toxic chemicals, pesticides, preservatives, and pollutants. The black areas are not a result of sweat. They're actual toxins sucked out from my body, the same toxins that were causing my pain. Because I'm a skeptical person, I sent one of my used foot pads to an accredited lab to be analyzed. The report showed that 12 heavy metals and 237 various types of toxins were present in it. You'll see with your own 2 eyes. Pain-causing poisons literally pour out of your body within the first 15 minutes of using the foot pads. I guarantee you have never heard about or tried this home remedy before, because it flies in the face of what the conventional pain management establishment and even alternative medicine wants you to believe. And unlike the usual pain relievers and treatments out there that don't even work that well, this solution reverses the newly discovered real root cause of your pain. This latest breakthrough says bullcrap to the main causes of pain, being nerves, herniated discs, excessive wear and tear, physical injury, cartilage loss, genetics, and aging, as well as the other typical reasons you've been given by the medical industry. Doctors and therapists don't even know about this breakthrough because it does not require drugs, medical treatments, or clinical visits of any kind. But you'll see what world-famous Harvard University and the Mayo Clinic have to say about it. And most importantly, hear from people like you who were once in pain. Folks like George McKinney from Houston, who says, "I'll be a skunk. I was 100% skeptical that this Japanese home remedy would relieve my pain, but I'm glad I was wrong. It has been a real pain marvel for me, and my knees, back, and shoulders no longer hurt nearly as much." Stephanie Brulansky, who shares, "The hospital wanted to do a knee replacement surgery on me, so I tried this as a last resort. My knee pain is almost gone now, and I have canceled my surgery." And Frank Tellerindo, who writes, "I've had steroid shots, acupuncture, chiropractic treatments, and the strongest prescription pain meds, but nothing, and I mean nothing, gets rid of my pain like this old Japanese trick. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." This new discovery wipes out even the worst aches and pains because it actually balances the 7 hormones in your body that are responsible for your pain. It works on any type of pain in any part of your body, regardless of what medications or treatments you may be using now, whether you are 40 or 80. I realize you may be skeptical, and that's okay. I just want you to keep an open mind and look at the exciting facts. In this short and fun presentation, I'm going to reveal Mother Nature's own pain vacuum that sucks pain right out of your body, the way a vacuum cleaner sucks dirt from a carpet. The shocking reasons why the pain relief products, medicines, and treatments you've tried in the past did not work well, and the reason why the Japanese famously experience much less pain than people in the rest of the world. And it's nothing to do with any of the reasons you may be thinking of. So now, please turn off your cell phone, TV, and any other distractions. And let's get right down to how you can be almost or even totally pain-free just days from now. Hey, my name is Frank Benninger. I live in Mesa, Arizona, and I'm 82 years old. I used to have terrible pain in my knees, hands, shoulders, and hips, and I was in constant agony every single day. But all that is in the past. In fact, my whole life has changed, and I even run in 5K races these days. I've turned my life around without any drugs or surgery, and I'm now pain-free. Some people tell me it's pretty amazing how I basically went from being a prisoner of pain to becoming a marathon runner. But all I know is I thank God every day that I discovered this secret. If you're in pain like I was, you must be frustrated that conventional medicine hasn't been able to help you end your pain. Am I right? You're sick and tired of having aches and pains. Even after trying numerous pain relief products, medicines, and treatments, one after another. Everything that took up your time and cost a lot of money, but did not get rid of your pain. It's very frustrating, isn't it? And you wonder to yourself, what are my doctors missing? What am I overlooking? What's the missing piece to getting better pain relief? Well, all that will soon be a thing of the past, because I've found that missing piece, and it comes from Mother Nature, the most powerful healer of all. In a moment, I'll show you what this home remedy is and how to use it. But first, let me tell you my crazy story real quick. I remember the lowest point with my pain came when a Dr. Schwartz told me, "Mr. Benninger, I'm afraid you'll need 2 knee replacements, and probably a shoulder replacement as well." If that wasn't depressing enough, he then wrote me a prescription for OxyContin, perhaps the most addictive and deadly pain medicine in the history of the world. Maybe you can relate to how I felt if you're suffering with pain. I felt like half the person I used to be. I became miserable because I couldn't help out my wife with easy tasks or even do the simple chores that I used to. I would get grumpy and angry from the pain. I hated the intimacy issues it caused. The damn pain made life so much harder and less enjoyable. Can you relate to how I felt? Anyway, after the doctor told me the terrible news, I was at my wit's end, desperate, and looking for a solution where I didn't have to be cut open. Maybe it was all the praying I was doing, but about a week later, I met a man who changed my life. He was seated next to me at the counter of a diner I went to for breakfast. His name was Kiyoshi, and he was from Japan. He saw me wincing in discomfort, so we got to talking about my aches and pains. Kiyoshi told me about a simple home remedy that would take my pain level from a 9 or 10 down to a 1 or 2. Sure enough, it has transformed me into a pain-free person who now runs in 5K races, where before I was a bedridden prisoner of pain. And this easy home remedy can be your pain miracle too. So listen closely for the next 72 seconds. When doctors do an MRI on 2 people, the results may show that they both have a herniated disc. However, one of them may be in agonizing pain, while the other does not feel any pain at all. This makes a smart person question if the herniated disc is really the true cause of pain for the first person. And the same thing goes for all other so-called causes of pain that the medical establishment wants us to buy into. Maybe they've got the actual reason for our pain all wrong, because healthcare professionals can't solve our pain problems despite claiming to know why we are suffering. The missing link to being pain-free is based on the simple and common sense theory that A person whose body is full of toxins and poisons will suffer from aches and pains. Harvard University has confirmed the link between toxins and our health. During a key medical seminar, Dr. David Christiani, an MD and a professor of medicine from Harvard, presented shocking evidence showing the detrimental effect of environmental toxins on our health and issues with pain. The Mayo Clinic states that too much lead causes muscle and joint pain. Lead is a toxin that can easily enter our bodies. Common sources of lead poisoning include paint, water pipes, canned foods, older buildings, and household dust. But the most groundbreaking news of all has just been published in the journal Ecotoxicology and Environmental Safety, and it's turning the pain management field on its head. This recent review looked at 36 studies conducted on environmental toxins and examined how they link to inflammation. Inflammation, as you know, is a main cause of pain. The researchers looked at endocrine-disrupting chemicals which are commonly found in cookware, canned foods, packaged drinks, plastic bottles and containers, cosmetics, hair care products, fragrances, toys, carpets, household dust, paint, and pesticides. The results were clear-cut and sobering. Exposure to these toxic chemicals is linked to dysregulated inflammatory responses, which means pain. Constant and bad pain. The famous research group The World Counts recently published the following facts. Right now you have at least 700 chemicals in your body that are not supposed to be there. There are synthetic chemicals present in the products we use every day. 14,000 synthetic chemicals are used to make food fresher and extend expiration dates. The water from an average city tap contains over 500 different chemicals. 24,000 different chemicals from bottled water can leach into your body. Tests of air quality in new cars found 275 chemicals linked to birth defects, cancer, learning impairment, and liver damage. Over 10,000 personal care product ingredients are defined as reproductive toxins, carcinogens, or hormone disruptors. 8,000 chemicals are used in the transformation of raw materials into fabric, including the clothes you wear and the furniture you sit on. These statistics on toxins in your body are really frightening, aren't they? And they're only getting worse each day. Here's the bottom line. Over the years, numerous toxins have been building up in your body each and every day. So much so that your body has become a real-life toxic waste dump. For over 50 years of your life, your body has had the following poisons dumped into it every day, and many of them are still in there. Chemical food preservatives, coloring, dyes, and flavorings, air pollutants, heavy metals, toxic residue from medicines, toxins present in shampoo, hairsprays, deodorants, carpets, furniture, and cleaning supplies used in every home. All these toxins in your body are giving you what I call poison overload syndrome. These toxins are like an infection in your body. You know how sore and swollen you can feel when you have an infection? Now, imagine a plethora of infections spreading to your joints, nerves, ligaments, and muscles, causing you terrible chronic pain every minute of every day. Because that's exactly what these toxins are doing to you now. They are seeping into all areas of your body, causing your bones, muscles, ligaments, and nerves to swell up and become inflamed, giving you terrible aches and pains. These toxins eat away at your muscles and bones, weakening them and creating more pain for you. They wreck one or more of the 7 hormones that every man and woman has, which determine how much pain we experience. So then, obviously, and it's common sense, the real secret for you to become pain-free is to eliminate as many of the pain-causing toxins as possible from your body. I mean, you can take all the pain medication in the world, do all the physical therapy that's available, or get all the chiropractic adjustments under the sun, but none of that is going to be your pain relief answer until you first get rid of the toxins in your body. Because Even if you do have a bad back, a herniated disc, nerve pain, or any other type of pain, the toxins in your body are just making your pain so much worse. Makes sense, doesn't it? Now, to get the pain-causing poisons and toxins out of your body in the easiest, fastest, safest, and cheapest way possible, we need to turn to Japan. Why Japan, you ask? Because not only do the Japanese people have the longest lifespan in the world, but their older citizens are also famous for having low levels of toxins in their bodies, and very little to no aches and pains. In fact, it's super common for Japanese men and women in their 70s and even 80s and 90s to be pain-free and working in their gardens daily, golfing or playing tennis, and doing chores that require bending, twisting, and lifting. For over 1,500 years, Japanese men and women have used Japanese Detox Footpads to suck toxins out of their bodies and be pain-free. I know you may be thinking these pads don't work, and I was very skeptical too, but keep an open mind for a minute to see what they've done for my pain issues and find out how they've also helped my friends and thousands of other people like John Lizchenzen, 74, from Houston, who shares,
I was very skeptical because a friend of mine didn't think these would work, but I tried them and within 2 weeks, I didn't even need to take my pain meds anymore. I'm also sleeping a lot better, so I'm glad I kept an open mind.
Margaret O'Reilly, 68, who says,
You can never believe the medical establishment because they say nothing works except their own expensive prescription drugs, doctor visits, and surgery. That is hogwash, not true. I was doubtful, but I took a chance. These foot pads were a pain-ending miracle for me when nothing else worked.
Nothing could be easier. Just stick these special Japanese detox foot pads on the soles of your feet before you go to sleep at night. Then, when you wake up in the morning, take off the foot pads. The pads will turn darker in color due to the pain-causing toxins they've absorbed overnight from your body. These Japanese detox foot pads work by stimulating the pressure points on your feet to draw out toxins. The natural ingredients in these pads are excellent for detoxing and cleansing your body, as well as improving blood circulation. Why do these pads work best on the feet? Ancient healers believed the body sends its toxins as far away from the heart as possible. That is, to the feet. These pads act like a magnet, help the body send toxins away from the heart, drawing toxins from all parts of your body down to your feet. The Japanese detox foot pads cleanse your whole body overnight. This helps to boost your immune system, improve your sleep quality, and increase your energy levels, giving you amazing pain relief that is much deeper and longer lasting than anything you've ever experienced. When Kiyoshi was done telling me about the Japanese detox foot pads, I was so excited to try them that I would have paid almost anything. But then he told me there was a big problem. Kiyoshi could only buy the foot pads when he traveled back to Japan, and he wouldn't be returning there for another 6 months. I couldn't wait that long because my pain was so terrible every single day and night. That made me feel very depressed. I guess Kiyoshi must have seen the disappointment on my face because he offered to call a cousin of his in Japan and see if she could buy the foot pads and ship them to America for me to use. 2 days later, Kiyoshi called me back and said she would do it. He told me what it would cost, including shipping, and buying his cousin a nice lunch for the favor, and I gladly agreed to pay that amount in advance. Believe me, I would have paid a lot more even if I had to. Anyway, when the Japanese detox foot pads arrived, I immediately put them on. After that first night, I took pictures of them with my iPhone. Here's what they looked like. When I saw the gross pads, I was shocked at first, but then I became skeptical. I was doubtful that the black areas were really toxins from my body. I even thought they might have been produced by the sweat or moisture from my feet. So I took one of my used foot pads to LabCorp, an independent accredited medical lab here in town, to have it analyzed. When I received their test report, you could have knocked me over with a feather. The LabCorp analysis showed the presence of 12 heavy metals and 237 different toxins in my foot pad. The gross black patches on the pads were definitely not from sweat or moisture. They were actual toxins sucked out from my body, the same toxins that were causing my pain. Incredible, isn't it? Imagine these gross toxins seeping into your organs and stewing in your body right now, irritating your joints, tendons, ligaments, and muscles, inflaming your body, making you sore and achy, and causing you tremendous pain. No medicine or pain solution can overcome all that until you get rid of these toxins. Now, here's the science that proves the effectiveness of the pain-banishing ingredients in these foot pads. A research study published in a major medical journal states that bamboo vinegar, a key ingredient in the foot pads, has medical properties, including the ability to eliminate toxins from the human body. The study also demonstrates the anti-inflammatory activity of bamboo vinegar. A 2022 review article published in an important scientific journal demonstrates the ability of chitosan, another ingredient in the Japanese Detox Footpads, to remove heavy metals. It also showcases chitosan's capacity for the absorption of various contaminants and pollutants. As you may know, heavy metals include lead, mercury, arsenic, and cadmium. They're toxic poisons that can be found in the human body and cause intense pain. Loquat leaf, which is also an ingredient in the Detox Footpads, contains a natural compound known as amygdalin. This substance is known to help combat liver disorders, as well as support the liver's ability to process and eliminate poisons in your body. Now, before I tell you how to get these foot pads so you can try them yourself, you may be wondering, as I did, how something you put on your feet can suck the pain-causing toxins out of your entire body. What I discovered was that these foot pads act like a magnet, and as you sleep, their magnetic force works overnight, pulling all the toxins from the painful areas in your body through your lymph nodes, down to and out of your feet. So now that you've seen the overwhelming evidence that these foot pads work, I bet the question you most want answered is, will these foot pads get rid of my pain? The answer to your question is a definite yes, if you get the right foot pads, but a no or a maybe if you get the wrong ones. But we'll talk about that in a moment. If you get Japanese detox foot pads of the right quality and not the cheap and inferior ones that you may have seen advertised everywhere, you'll probably have the same experience as me. For the first couple of days, I didn't notice any difference. But then on the third morning, I felt a major shift in the condition of my painful joints. It was as if my joints were being refreshed and actually becoming stronger. As the days went by, my pain noticeably lessened, like a vice grip had been loosened from my joints and muscles. I had more mobility and I could move my joints more easily. The swelling was gone. I didn't wake up with the usual terrible stiffness in my limbs, and my back and knees didn't ache like they normally did when I went out to get the newspaper. I felt relaxed and stress-free because I wasn't feeling the pain that I had been used to. I felt 15 or 20 years younger, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was almost 100% pain-free. It was a feeling so incredible I can't even put it into words. And the best part is, it will happen for you too, just like it has for over 45,822 other people who have used these Japanese detox footpads. After I started using the footpads for a couple of weeks, people started to notice a new and different me. I got comments like, "Frank, you no longer look like you're in pain all the time. Frank, you look younger and happier. Frank, what happened to your limp? I've never seen you move so quickly before. Frank, what's your secret?" When I told them my pain relief story, they all wanted to try the Japanese detox footpads for themselves to get rid of their own pain. Sadly, I had to tell them I got my footpads only because a cousin of a Japanese man I knew had helped me, and they couldn't get them unless they traveled to Japan. But I said I would check with Kiyoshi again to see what he could do. Kiyoshi talked to his cousin who talked to the company in Japan that made the foot pads he'd recommended. And guess what? The company owner said he was interested in selling the foot pads in America. It was because his son was now helping him with the business, and his son knew about computers and everything. So after 7 long months, the Japanese company managed to form a partnership with an American-based company named Simple Promise. They worked through the paperwork and named the foot pads Xitox Deep Cleansing Footpads, just for the American and global market. So be sure you've got the name down, because many other companies are selling inferior foot pads. And if you want foot pads that work as well as the ones that I got from Kiyoshi, then you should only get Xitox Deep Cleansing Footpads. So I told my friends and relatives how to get these pads, and I'm going to give you the same information in a minute. But first, let me tell you what's inside Xitox Deep Cleansing Footpads and how to use them, okay? Using them is as simple as putting on a Band-Aid. 1. Take 2 pads. 2. Peel off their adhesive backing. 3. Stick each pad on the bottom of each foot. 4. Keep them on overnight. They're very comfortable, and you won't even know that they're on your feet. It's also okay to wear socks over them while you sleep. Based on a 1,500-year-old Japanese recipe, Xitox Deep Cleansing Foot Pads contain 10 all-natural ingredients that effectively suck pain-causing poisons out of your body overnight. These ingredients include wood vinegar, bamboo vinegar, tourmaline, chitosan, mint powder, dextrin, vitamin C, vegetable fiber, loquat leaf, Putania cordata thun, an herb extracted from the leaf of the rainbow plant. The herbs I've mentioned are very hard to find, but the company that makes these foot pads, despite being a small family business, goes all over the world to find them, because they insist on making Xitox Deep Cleansing Footpads the best and most effective detox foot pads on the market.